say? This ain't not a kush. No, not a kush. No, not a kush. Oh yeah, yeah, you feel love. What are they run me eye? We are the see me sister them. They die in the street. Oh, me I can feel them. When they see me brother them na streets. Yeah, some they link they not. Some lay down a guts at the sleep. Oh. So when I ask, they tell me say na kush. Nike pull roll and son of them food. They prefer for left the house they gonna get so all day they kush. Oh yeah, say not a kush. Oh. Me brother don't want before him time. Say not a kush. Oh. So we they use the old age man youngest. Say not a kush. Oh. The youths them just they die. Say not a kush. Oh. For you. We say that's a cushion. Hey, push for die, push for die. We say that's a cushion. Papa government help we are. Say that's a cushion. Hey, push for die. Say that's a cushion. Pop for you to say, is it all?
Hello. How all the do? How the so today? How's your Saturday? I hope you have not stopped on. Okay, maybe I left me fake British accent first. Oh my goodness. Ow. Good afternoon, good morning, good evening to all. Any side sound happen for friend on herself, which make her resisting small. Yeah, any side sound happen for friend on herself, I hope so now they do well. I hope say life has been fair to you all, life has treated you fairly. I've been go. I've been go, but I don't come back. Huh? I didn't take excuse like a good student. I took excuse for a couple of weeks. And I am back. I don't know for how long, but I am back. Right? I'm waiting for saying. I'm waiting for saying. I know for saying me, I can tell you about me activities them as much as I can share, kind of, right? So 2 weeks on the 9th, I tell you now waiting I've been the do, which was 3 Saturdays back. And then on the 16th, I also tell you now what I've been they do. That was last Saturday. So on the 9th, like I've been telling now, I'm the community, the salon community, Usaya did and decide for do their 65th independence. And so I've been going at that. My actual plan for just go peruse. I know the word I can use. Peruse the area. But there was kind of a last minute situation where nobody allowed me for peruse the area, and I found myself front and center of the business. But the keynote speaker at that event then have been the ambassador to North America, right, and the Caribbeans. A man that I find pleasant, as a matter of fact, Sowa, Ambassador Sowa, I believe is his name. Now, not quote me wrong, I go Google him. Yeah. So Mickey like for talk and I so one thing. Now that make I get platform. I get platform, so I go talk and I so one thing. And no, I don't talk and I so one thing. Nobody no go say now they do breaking news. Me and I they do me own breaking news, right? I mean they do me own breaking news. And because I mean they do me own breaking news, people don't have the space to later on call me on something because I go don't get documentary evidence for sure say even before you caught wind of it, me already don't talk about it. So yes, so if una see me nail polish, it represented the green, white and blue. And I know said before that anniversary they have been already done do green and blue nails, not so. But because like I've been saying at Perus, I've been they go Perus. But because I was informed kind of that I will no longer be perusing. And listen now, me not it cool. Right? Me not it cool. I am Mrs. Donner. I do not walk into a situation without fully being Matilda Cole or being Mrs. Donner, period. Okay? So I be need for switch things up a little bit just so I can be the Matilda that I am. So I change my nail polish color for represent with flag properly, the green, white and blue. I've been finding no show myself how I've been dressed like. But I will keep it under, because I know for soon I will go dig and fame. But I think say the one way I will need for talking I also and like I say, I do my own breaking news and briefing. And the reason why I'm doing this, I know political season is coming. And to know me is to know that I stay neutral, I stay professional, and they stay very neutral, like the French will say, right? I don't get biased to anything. I call it as it is. Because as I MC that event or co-MC that event, at one point, I needed everybody for feel relaxed. Really not for say this is about salon and salon only, nothing else. And so in the process of that, you'll see a video of me dancing with the ambassador to North America and the Caribbean. I went to pull him out of his the high table. I danced with him, and and what have you, and then at the end of the day, excused myself and continued the program. The reason why they say this is because I know the country you say we come out. If there's a philosophy I understand about that country, is the mind of people and how they can easily take something very innocent and make into something we're not supposed to be nothing. No matter how you think about me, or no matter how you feel about me, or no matter what you think about me, for me, I am a professional in all spaces. Anything what they do, I do them in a very professional manner. They approach situation like they say I can metamorphose, transform myself to fit my space. It no matter whether I agree with somebody or I disagree with a policy at hand or the context at hand, I will never dishonor that flag, the green, white and blue. I will never put myself in a situation or put others in a situation where them go feel say at the moment when the only thing that should stand and should be is the green, white and blue, I allow anything for come between that. And that's what I demonstrated at that moment. So for those of you who, when the politics go on soak in sound system, then better one, because I don't do politics, I talk politics. Where una go feel to say, hey, we get evidence. No, una not get evidence. Because Matilda said it first. And she knows what she was doing, because at that moment, I don't care what you want to say, I don't care how you want to feel. At that moment, the only thing that mattered and that space in that moment was the green, white and blue. It wasn't any form of symbols or whatever. It's what makes me you, makes me a Sierra Leonean, what makes you a Sierra Leonean, what identifies, not even what makes us, it's what identifies us as a Sierra Leonean. Nine the matter at that time. And they say this because I know me people, them, the 10 go carry them, yeah, not doing this, look at where been there. No, don't do that. Don't do that. Learn to honor your spaces. Learn to respect your spaces. Learn to honor your spaces. Like I tell somebody, they call me for advice this week. I say, my love, I know, I call my husband my love, but I also call other people my love. Okay? So I don't get twisted. That's just the way I speak sometimes. I'm like, my love, you need to know when to hold and you need to know when to fold. You need to know the time you should hold and the time to fold. Alefaso. Albert Lansana. Okay. Fuad Sisse, what's up? Hope you're doing well wherever you find yourself. Albert Lansana, good evening. How the free tongue? You just enjoy breeze. You can just go no more calm, go and calm. You enjoy your retirement's good though. Yeah. Waiting that. I can swear the brother they just can relax no more. Now a military gear them. It's good for this soldier man. That's the soldier man who say yourself, that is. It's good for me, soldier man. But listen, I do not envy you. You've given your time. You've given your service to the nation of America. And every good thing that is now coming your way, you deserve it. So enjoy it while it lasts. Okay, my friend? Now, Bokutime for Toko. And una go be at me because it go talent for saying a panta talk at the talk today. No, I know they talk panta talk because sometimes when the information is not fully available, or when if I read them or I do my research and I get any iota of a doubt about something, I hold for the right time to roll. Alright, if una don't observe me, sometimes I will deliberately hold for the right time to roll. And so for some of the things that we can talk now, so for you listening to me, it would appear as though, Matilda, you're going soft, or you don't want to be forthcoming as you usually are. No, it's not that. It means I am just holding for the right time to roll. Because me, if una know me, when I roll, I dey make sure say I drop the mic. Right? I dey make sure say I drop the mic. But let me say, Ebola don't resurface. I know for say Ebola ravage, cause havoc. Now West Africa especially. And inside Salone, it caused bebe havoc. Congo on the experience Ebola. Una know for say right now we live in a global world. There is free movement all over the place. Yeah? And so the propensity or the tendency for make disease spread or for make something spread very easy, quick. I know for say right up until yesterday, there were alleged statements that a case was found in Liberia where this mug was made on my husband's name, Nasia, Mr. Donald. Oh, I love my husband. Anyway, not to that anyway, can I ask for kind of but I know say some man go say this bikini lekman thing. It's okay. Now me lekman not to you. Oh boy. So like I was saying, Ebola don't resurface now the DRC. And we know for say we dey travel, right? We get the globe now, like global market, right? Now a fused melting pot global structure with it. Yeah. And yesterday there was an alleged case in Liberia. However, from the latest news wire before I come on so, they don't come up for dispel that news. They say there is no such case in Liberia. If even safe, the Liberian people then come, or authorities then come and then dispel the fact that say there's even been a rumored case means say we na Salone for be very careful. Do ya? Make we not forget we wasan practice them. Do ya? Una no for say that in the fluid air in your spread one. In your contamination, una understand now. We've all experienced. We all there so during the Ebola case. Una no for say no they take 2 seconds for jump. Do ya at the big una me fumble them. Una learn for practice social distancing. Like that crowd day where I see na Kenema today. Whatever it is they were commemorating or celebrating the Bondo society or the window or the this or whatever it was. And I remember 2 years ago, right, when that whole thing surfaced. Spoke about it intensely because it surfaced, the genesis or the genesis of it happened around a very sacred Christian observation. Right? I believe it happened around Pentecost, if I'm not forgetting. And I spoke about it because for me it was a slap to my faith. It was disrespect to my faith. And I came out strongly and say, for a nation that speaks about religious tolerance and unity and respect for one religion, well, I'm sorry. Despite all the appeal them, despite all the plea them, then go ahead and then do it in your hand for do. And you know why I would know it happened 2 years ago? Because the other events we attend last Saturday, I enjoy myself better one, or make no lie. I enjoy myself sober one. I was with my people, my Creole people. We lack bala, sober one. Better one. And but even before that, because there was a death in the family and get to attend the funeral and what have you. But then after the funeral was over, we went to the, who don't cry bearing done. What am I saying? When I saw the crowd, the multitude that came out, it wasn't the offense or the setback or the message that it was sending at that moment. For me, it was like Jesus Christ, so then say Ebola. What if one person, an airborne disease now, and this disease, hey Papa God, I say what? That's what I was thinking about too. I mean, think about even what was going on. The message where they sent to all the inroads them, where people like anti-FGM campaigners don't work so hard on. People like, lose the knife. Say and then lose the knife, keep the drum, lose the knife. I can go on and go on about so many campaigns. People then like Dr. Fatima Maada of Mama Pikin Foundation. People them like Alima MBE, Demonic Kenny MBE. I can go on and name so many people them like Madam Anita Koma. All of the work that they have done in that society. People them like Madam, TJ Soka. I can go on and on. At that moment, that's not what I thought of. I thought of, if sick can boss na your souls, God we go call. That's what I thought of. So all I'm saying is, people in Sierra Leone, be very, very careful. Uno no say water no dey. Water art for fame. Light art for fame. Medicine art for fame. If even self una get water, uno get light, uno get medicine. If it's not there for a year your body, forget it all. And no for say it's art for fame inside salon. So just be very, very careful. Be cautious. Uno wash, uno hand them. Uno try as best. I know say we salon people will let enjoyment bad. But uno try as best as possible for stay away from people. And practice as much social distancing as you can. Wash uno hand with soap, water, all time. put half one tablespoon bleach inside 1 cup water. Sanitize your air. Please put Dettol in water wey dey was. 1 drop or 2 drop Dettol. Because na bucket most of them they use for was. So you can still do that. Squeeze some lemon not act for fair, no, not there. Squeeze lemon inside your water. I'm just giving you preventative measures that you can adapt now. I say prevention is better than cure. Right? May God help we. May God help we. To the beautiful people, fans that I met in Toronto, people are can just come up to me no more. Sometimes I can just see some person they do this. And then I'm like, at least you know they laugh first. And then later you will see them come up to me and say, now you can talk now one program online. VOS, you get one program, you get the voice. I don't remember your name, but the voice. As I see you open your way, you take the mic, where you open your mouth, so I'm like, hey, Naim. Oh my goodness, I got a lot of that this past weekend, yo. I got a lot of that. From the dinner dance where I go, the fundraising dinner dance. I know they go party no more just for party sake. Now listen, I say fundraising dinner dance where I go. Hey. I not just they go party no more for party sake. So my laddie dying, you know, my shake body was for a purpose. So yes, I get a lot of that this past weekend where someone will be staring at me, but because I don't used to stare, I don't pay attention, right? I just go about my normal business. Sometimes I'll make eye contact, smile a little bit, and just keep it moving and stuff. And then finally, I remember at the dinner, I take the microphone, but I don't talk down. And talk with it, I get for talk. I put the microphone back, and throughout the night, obviously, I'm with the microphone doing different things and stuff. And then people like just walk up to me, like, you get one program, I watch that program there every Saturday, and then I'm like, yes. Me, like the voice, the moment, that voice there, I bust laugh. Then somebody say, I mean they look cool because you don't can wear makeup at all. You don't can wear makeup. You can just carry on with your natural face. So when you wear the makeup, you don't this, you don't win, you look so different and so. But then the voice, that voice there, and then I bust laugh. The same thing happened back in that church. Oh, I did at church, they buy your business, they wait till they call. I just say, you know more, that voice. I don't remember the name, but that voice. I listen to that voice every Saturday. I listen to that voice during the week if I miss the program Saturday. And then like, hey, look at Naim, I tell you, say Naim, I tell you. It was very funny, you know, I find it a bit comical. I just say some of the people know how they talk, but later they go watch this show, so they go bust laugh first. But you know, one comment amongst all of this where I get, and something where I hold dear to me, at where I treasure. Because in doing all of this, I have always said, I no want for come out as bias, as choosing a side. as being part of a side. And so one of the people that we come up to me, we talked to me during last Saturday, was, thank you, Matilda. Thank you for being you. And most importantly, thank you for not being biased. It's like I keep listening to your program, I keep coming back because I know say way I can't listen to you. I know they hear sentiments, I know they hear favoritism, I they hear objectivity. So me self want to take the opportunity for say to all viewers and listeners them. If objectivity is what you come for and have given you that, I say thank you for recognizing that. That's the important. Now, make we dive a little bit deeper into situations. But good thing don't happen. We all hear the famous documentary and an interview within that documentary. A question was asked and a response was given. I do not know of whom you speak. I would not know because I am not a criminal. Before I do me 1 minute's question, or it's not even a question, it's an analysis that is laced with questions. Let's look at the video. This was the video and the picture that was released in January, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, it was January 1st of January 2024. 1st of January 2024 by no less a person but the person that is said to have said, I do not know of whom you speak of. That person was the person who took that video, who released the picture that went viral internationally, globally. Through that picture that was released, because an international investigation was already on the way, they were able to confirm their mapping, precise mapping and location of the said kingpin. So I wonder, in taking and releasing that picture, what do you mean they go through this person in aid? That now, waiting don't come, you say you don't know who that, then they talk about. You know, one day know this person, you know, one day meet this person. But what was so important about this person that you released that photo on 1st January 2024? Let's look at the video. I just get few questions then on. Let's say perhaps make we give the, we can say safe, benefits, right? Make we give the benefit of the doubt to say, indeed, it no be no other another person there. What about waiting make you take the picture? Because that picture was very strategically taken. What made you take that picture? Because we all can take pictures them all. We take pictures them. And then we phone them. And then we archives them. Now we memory bank them. But we know they release them. What exactly prompted you to release that picture on the 1st of January 2024? Mind you, the person will sit down next to that person there and you can clearly see they are having a conversation. Are you stepdaughter? Now I can understand, the relationships in certain home with step parents and all of that, and say, well, it is quite possible that yes, you picking them in Dede and what nieces and nephews, what have you, but she does not have a relationship with her stepdaughter and therefore, concern them. True. I can take that as an answer. But how is it then somebody goes into your private quarter, that is your home, and you have no clue of who that person is in your house? Because you see me, I run a tight ship. Nobody know they step foot inside my kingdom, inside my palace, one or sabi you. I for sabi you. If even self I don't know everything about you, I for know at least who you be. But that even begs even a greater question. We see the chief minister. First row is yourself. Second row, your children and some family members. Third row, your stepdaughter and the kingpin and his son. Fourth row, the chief minister. And other rows, people within the government, cabinet corps. Women for say, in spaces like that, like you say, na church you go, it simply means they invited you. You see, you quick for play the religious card. I'll give that to you. You are very quick to play the religious card, because in this situation, quickly, I'm not a church me go and invite me. Not to me get the church. I don't know that they can at church and who that know they can at church. I give you that. Because not your responsibility for know who that they can at church and who that not they can at church. I give you that. But now your security then detail responsibility for know who come close to you, who is permitted to come close to you, or who is not permitted to come close to you. The proximity of that individual, basically, remember, he is even seated before the chief minister. Women for say he is seated in a security rank, in a security rank, in a security ring. I mean for say, he dey inside, he is seated within the security quarters of the president. Where you self happen for the inside. So if you know all they go all over the world and they deny say, no know that this person. No one they cross path with them. No know who that a IP. No, what was this individual doing it within your security ring? Are you people now trying to tell me that anybody can break the barrier of your protection, your security protection, that anybody willy-nilly, any Joe Smoke, Joe Blow can break security protocol? Because we self by God in power, small blessing, we self in there some 1, 2, 3 place there where we understand security protocol and not allowing people break security barrier and security So they ask myself this question: if all of you in the cabinet, all of you ministers, including the foreign minister, as recently as Thursday, say you don't know of this person, he has never seen or met this person or ever heard of the name of such person ever. If all of them they deny this individual, how come this individual evidence they several times where it don't pop up within security defense, security war? Because you see, there is the general security for the masses. There is the internal, and there is the barrier you cannot break or enter without having clearance to enter. So how he break that barrier there? Because that's 1, 2, 3, 4, or even 5th row of that church, it is clearly a security barrier. It's a secured zone. How it penetrates. I've been goes to Nonosia. It is not about you being a criminal, and because you are not a criminal, you don't know. It is about the optic. The optic does not represent what you are saying. The optic is far different from what you say. Again, one question only. If you claim you do not know this person, you claim you have no idea of who this person is, what was in that photo image that prompted you to release a photo of that individual together with yourselves at church on the 1st of January 2024? Ademi analysis tab for this one, and Ademi go left arm. Like I said, sometimes you need to know when to hold and when to roll. For this one, I need to hold. But for the questions, then immediate question that we need for be asked, I don't ask them. And so doctors, and so una know say there was the biggest cocaine bust in Europe ever. Following the one na Britain, was it a year and a half ago, 2 years ago? Na Britain when they found them cocaine and then at the Britain have on a ship VOS Salone. They say no, na been per mine then load. So now the new trend na per mine. When I remember that container, we been then at King Tom. Where when they open the container, they not find nothing inside. Oh no, or was it chicken? They said they oh God, Salone win a case. Bio finally confirms cocaine ship. Bio government finally confirms the cocaine ship left from Freetown, but says it was loaded with palm oil and not cocaine. Jesus turned water into wine. Freetown port turned cocaine into palm oil. Na the miracles. Not say the first miracle where Papa Jesus been performed. Na water, na him mama beg another married. Na remember another married where the wine been done. Na him mama beg and say, he said, do your wine done. I tell him mama say, what you want make I do? Him mama say, do something. Now I tell him mama say, my time has not yet come. Now him mama not listen to Ramo. Now him mama tell the maiden, say, make them fill all the jars there with water. Make them feel. They said the mothers sometimes knows best, right? They have that sixth sense. They have it in their stomach. They can feel it. Jesus even feel saying them not reach it. But Mary, when I am born, Mary say, I can feel something deep down in my stomach, and my sixth sense is now fully activated. But whether you're ready or not, here you come. The senator fill all the jars them, all the pots there. Anything with them fill, make them turn water inside. Jesus performed this first miracle because whether jabla wine, where the bride's room and whatever they don't pay for, where they go bail another water, where they taste the wine are the best wine they've ever tasted in history. But that in our Bible business, we salon right now, we are soon going to be famous for turning cocaine into palm oil, because the one where they engaged in Britain, was it 2 years or 1.5 years ago? Now the same story we tell the British man them, say how na palm oil na we be load, na the container been load. Outside the ship, outside that palm oil they turn to cocaine then on. And the same story we don't come back to this one as Spain. Say na palm oil. How many gallon palm oil have been load? No tell Weber. We need for know how many gallons of palm oil you loaded, who was responsible for the palm oil, who was the dealer in the palm oil, where was the final destination of that palm oil? Where was it destined? Who are the business investors of just palm oil? Yeah. Let me read this one. It says, Bio government finally confirms the cocaine ship left Freetown, but says it was loaded with palm oil and not cocaine. Jesus turned water into wine, and someone now turns cocaine to palm oil. Well, here is the divine coincidence. Just yesterday, May 19, 2026, Josh Lineker was convicted in absentia in Belgium over cocaine, caught in October 2023, eaten as palm oil in a shipment straight from Freetown port. So palm oil from Freetown port keeps changing to cocaine. Oh, my country, aren't we very funny? We not take anything serious. You think going to do international speeches, fireside speeches, opening remarks will make this go? Few days ago, they nearly caught your Schleidecker. He escaped them by a snip. They nearly catch him. Interpol nearly catch him. He escaped by a snake. But when you see them don't team up behind the Kangama. Kangama. Because you cannot threaten to kill the daughter of the king. And if you say the king goes, you don't watch you slaughter a girl begin. He will pull every stunt, use every connection, use every power he has to make sure you know who is boss. Not to that they make them don't hold him brother, quick one. These people think they were playing escape. Now one morning no more week. Newsflash, they don't catch him. But you know what will be funny in all of this are the people who know who are the ones involved and where they aid and abet, where they shelter because of small change or because of greed. You think the thing is that Boko people are not pulling on Saranado already? That is just the plain old truth. It's just the way it's normal for cage. Boku. And that is just the plain old truth. Let me just do this analysis. For example, say, this cocaine weight and catch so. Now the biggest bust ever in Europe. The return on investment, the money too big set for make a call. The return on investment, that money they too even big set for make a call. Let's just say hypothetically speaking, if you not be even use 10% of the back of that cocaine money day, una take am una develop country, una put hospital them. Proper hospital then. Una fix the water and light problem na the country. Then maybe, just maybe, and again, people don't get me right, so I'm not saying it is right. I'm saying maybe, just maybe. People then for see something for say, we country don't get bad name for sake of this, but these are the benefits that we got. But una for kapu haun hit for una self, keep for una self, stuff una fet, una self them, stuff una girlfriends them, build mansion, show off, buy cars, lavish, live large. Meanwhile, the masses continue to perish. And so to understand how the shipment was done and forget a bit more in-depth knowledge, I believe Sylvia Blyden, and I know for say we get a love-hate relationship, but she did a fantastic job in explaining this in layman terms. I listened to the press release where the police forensic police investigation unit do, and they try for this. I sat back and I said to myself, these are the times when I wish I was a journalist and I was in that room. Because the set of questions they were before asking me. Then self before understand, say, there are investigators and there are investigators. There are people who they do their due diligence when they investigate something. And then they comb everything, now they left any stone unturned. And then prepare for anything. That press conference, viewers, I don't know if una watch am, but if una watch am, after una watch that, didn't it leave you with more questions than answers? Una make we watch Olayinka Blyden, the hot tamale.
This cocaine matter, a lot of speculation will be gone. But now you don't come out and speak, say, the vessel is owned by Sierra Leone. Why detail everything down? Because like Facebook page, I don't follow you. I don't take the time to watch how you do your journalism. You just can't talk for talk's sake. You talk and then you get the evidence for back them up. I want to break every damn topic because they drop on destroy a lot of Sierra Leone people in life, families, them don't tear them apart, picking them with huge ambition. They all don't fall to the dog. And then now you don't expose the dog with a kitchen spin, but like. It's owned by Sierra Leone. I want to educate you now, man. Tell me something about police chief.
Okay, now first of all start first for understand waiting at these drugs, waiting at this cocaine issue, and why is it an issue? Why is it a global issue? Okay. I need people to understand the whole concept of. You listen?
Yeah, yes, no. I feel like for me, the power WhatsApp. Yeah. They share power.
Oh, okay.
They get you.
Oh, okay. Oh, I mean not to understand. I mean not
that's
whatever that means.
Now we power WhatsApp.
So now, yeah. For people to understand, waiting at cocaine trafficking and why is it a global issue? I need to explain that to people then. Now, cocaine is a very addictive drug. Now, a drug where when you take it make you feel very good, it make you feel high. And people them where they in the world we get a lot of money, they use them as a recreational drug for make them feel good, for make them feel high. But it's very, very expensive. Now, the downside about cocaine is that when you become addicted to them, it destroy your life. So we don't get a lot of celebrity them around the world where they were very famous people. But because of drugs addiction, it destroyed their life, and some of them end up they die, or some of them end up they just become zombies. So because of the negative effects of cocaine, the whole world come together and say, then for stop for sell cocaine to people them. So even though cocaine they make you they feel good, especially as a celebrity they feel good, but the negative effects of it is so bad that the whole world come together under the United Nations and decide, say, cocaine, then for stop, for sell them. So that the first thing I want Sierra Leoneans therefore understand, that there is a global ban on cocaine selling. You're not supposed to sell cocaine. But because of the way they make celebrities and they feel good when they use them, then they go all out of their way for try forget cocaine. So there is a market for selling of cocaine in the world. So on the one hand, then don't ban them. You're not supposed to sell cocaine. On the other hand, you get people that will get boku money where they want to buy cocaine. And then ready for use any means possible for buy cocaine. So it immediately creates a black market in the world where through you can become a millionaire by selling cocaine. But how for pass with this cocaine now, from outside and they make them, where the vast majority of outside and they make the cocaine, now some side when they call South America. Now, for come up from South America with the cocaine, for carry go to the two side them na the world, where they use cocaine very, very much, now Europe and North America, then in the United States of America, Canada, and to some extent, the Middle East, Dubai, and the other rich Arab country them. So for pull the cocaine and smuggle them, then get for decipher and design methods by which they will smuggle this cocaine. Now, if you look the map of the world, you see say between West Africa and outside and they pull the cocaine, Now what's no there between them two sides and they? I repeat, between West Africa, including Sierra Leone shores.
The mommy, one more thing, like that cocaine what TikTok some language and they notice and they shut the life down. So no more the white powder. So they can understand. Okay. Yeah. Thank you.
Fantastic. Now the Sierra Leone they produce the white powder and West Africa. Now what's no there between them two sides and they? Then from West Africa, for going out to outside and they sell this white powder. Now Europe, again, now what's no day, they separate the two sides. So people them now way no say a lot of money they for sell this white powder. They can realize now say the country the way they West Africa, now poor country them. The economy of their country then they 1 great shipment of cocaine, it passed the economy for that one only a day for that country day. So the people that when they sell the cocaine now, then they transport the white powder, then they transport them, they can't keep them force. Then they can't keep them force. Now West Africa. Because yeah, when they keep on here, then they pull them out from here, small, for carry and go now Europe, carry and go America, carry and go now Middle East. Now, in the process, then they make sure say, then get compromise with the authorities them were responsible for protect the country in West Africa where they don't choose. Unfortunately for we in Sierra Leone, we are one of the country them where unfortunately them white powder people here don't identify as a good side for them for cow the white powder, keep the white powder, and then they pull the white powder from here, then they can go out. But the situation now don't can happen with Sierra Leone. It's an unfortunate situation where a mafia, a very powerful mafia based in Netherlands, what they refer to as the Morocco mafia. That mafia based first now Turkey. I want Sierra Leoneans to listen carefully.
You mean
Turkey.
Belos Jos, what they call Omar Sharif, that you talk about?
No, I can't talk. I'm just now. I talk about the mafia first. The mafia, when they call the Dutch Morocco mafia, they mean based in Turkey, and from Turkey, they do their operations very, very well. No problem. Then they do the operations as them base. But as I tell you just now, that white powder na we get boku money. 1 grain shipment of that white powder is enough for even take care of a lot of Sierra Leone in social, health, educational needs. Just 1 shipment of that white powder there. And not only is it powerful influence in Sierra Leone, but even in the Netherlands, even in Holland, outside the Dutch mafia then the Dutch Morocco mafia then create, then become so powerful that then begin challenge the royal family of the Netherlands. To the extent that the princess of the Netherlands, the crown princess, when I for take over where the king died, in life become at threat from this Morocco, Netherlands mafia for this white powder. For protect the princess, they mean for run with I'm gonna Spain for go keep and they, because they say the mafia is done so powerful that they may ready for harm the princess. Now the Netherlands king, now one of the richest men in the world as an individual. And he get a lot of powerful friends them across the world. A lot of powerful friends. When he can realize now, say the Morocco Dutch mafia where they deal with this white powder, they want to go after his daughter, and then based on Turkey, he get for threatening the president of Turkey, and these are all documented information. He get for threatening the president of Turkey, say, this mafia for common Turkey, and I will do anything possible for protect my daughter by ensuring, say, you remove this mafia from Turkey and you hand over the then head of the mafia, where then they refer to as Josh Lightjacker. Josh Lightjacker or Bole Joss. Now, first, the president of Turkey, they hesitate for do wetin Netherlands want am for do. But because Netherlands, they're so powerful, they press certain buttons them. It begin affect the economy of Turkey. The Turkish government begin for moving and rush for arrest ball just like Dakar, and all he accomplishes them when base na Turkey. And indeed, when they run in and they arrest most of them, they're not able to get just like Dakar. He escaped from that invasion. He escaped. But when he escaped, they find out by the documents they were then found, when they charge go to the courts na Turkey, they find out say this man we don't can get Sierra Leone connection. To the extent some of them get Sierra Leone diplomatic passports. This was in the year 2022, 4 years ago, that they can find out say there is a connection between this guy and Sierra Leone. Now, in that process, where this guy disappear, they find this Sierra Leone diplomatic passports amongst them, documents them. But not only just Sierra Leone diplomatic passport they find. They find a lot of fake identification documents, including of the German government. For sure how this man powerful. It's so powerful that in documents they include fake German documents, fake Turkish documents, fake Sierra Leone documents, fake Holland documents. Very powerful man. Now I make a lot of people afraid for talk about him. Because for make one great person able to get fake documents from Europe, Africa, and Netherlands, and a lot of other countries, and connected to the Morocco Dutch mafia, when a very fearful mafia, now make you find out say a lot of people they hesitate for talk about this man. Unfortunately for winner Sierra Leone, this man now was seen in a church service in Bonds. And Netherlands, they now flag this matter now, say that man who was seen at that church service, now that man, when the most powerful man, where women see in 2022, with Sierra Leone diplomatic passport, German fake identification, Turkish government fake identification. This now the man we don't see now, this church now Bonds with the president of Sierra Leone and the first family. So the Netherlands government now begin the flag say this man, when they go after the princess, the royal princess in the Netherlands, this man then is Sierra Leone, and we want this man. But Sierra Leone government say then they investigate because they said the man were then seen at that church, the man named Umar Sharif, the man named Josh Lajdaka. Okay. The Netherlands people then they insist say this man not just Lajdaka. But what it can complicate matters now, we confirm say not just Lajdaka. Just Lajdaka married and he get Pekin. He was married to a white woman, then get Pekin, and that white woman they come forward and identify say that man at that church with that Pekin when me dey back at the church, not to Omar Sharif. Now my husband, we don't left me when they just like that. So it complicates matters now for we the Sierra Leone people, because now the man and wife were married don't confirm say this not to know Omar Sharif. This is just like Jaka, the cocaine man. So now we get a situation where all of a sudden we begin to see a white powder, then they catch them around the world, and when they check the origin of where they catch them from, now from Sierra Leone. They don't catch this white powder in England. It come up from Sierra Leone ports several times, not to one time. They don't catch this white powder in Nigeria. And all of them catch when they catch this white powder, then they catch them within the last 3 to 4 years, where the Turkish government removed just like Jaka commander in country, because the king of Netherlands say this man, if Turkey keep him in a country, then now the Netherlands government will not defend. So from where this man come on Turkey, where he appeared down in Sierra Leone, now begin see all this cocaine, this white powder, they come out from Sierra Leone, then they catch them in ports around the world. Even in Belgium, then catch this white powder back again. And every single time, the white powder they come out from Sierra Leone Ports Authority, from Sierra Leone Ports and Harbors Authority, every single time that they come out. But the one away was past all. Now this latest one will happen inside this month of May 2026. And this is the one where the greatest ever capture of white powder by the world was captured in this month from a ship where come out from ports, and it not only come out from ports, it mean then ports for 15 days. It they move, because you see, when you're an investigative journalist, you get a lot of materials, tools, kits where they learn how for use over the years. And one of the ways I have taught myself as an investigative journalist, now for track down ship without generator. Please, on a pause small.
No, you off the camera no more, elephant. But wait till you wait for you.
You are
Make
in
a pause
for it,
real
mama.
quick with me.
There is so much more to this. We'll take them piece by piece, because the side they now where even now they explain the tracking device, because when I know for saying shipments, every ship is just like airplane, right? Every airplane gets a black box. That black box there, now in the whole the information of how that plane they waka, and they tell the story of waiting happen. Now so back the ship then where they waka inside water, then get back their own tracker then, where they tell you the information of that ship there, how the ship waka and waiting happen. So next week, make we not make am too, because the attention span of a man only lasts this much. Next week we will come and look at that part there where Dr. Sylvia Blyden explained now the tracking mechanism and how all of that works, right? I don't tell una the basic thing. You just sound like no more. Then one day when they rear cow or goats, una can mark them, not to show. They mark them. That mark there, if you sheep loss or you goat loss or you cow loss or that, then that mark there, they take no. Whose one belong to you, whose one not belong to you. If now you own or not to you own, it's the same thing. It's the same process. You just stand like say, oh, we go school, we young. We book them, we write, we last name them. Now the you put them together, you write your last name. So if anybody thief them, they're not able to thief them, because any page where you turn, no matter waiting, your name will still appear. So pass no money you take you not ever pull an ado or use them. Actually I'm being okay, let's play it. Let's play the 7 minutes. Let's play the 7 minutes where that 7 minutes now details the tracking. We have time, so we can do it, because I almost don't really cover most of the topics then we are need for cover and I also in a very simplest manner. So let's listen to the 7 minutes.
When this news broke, say they catch this ship, and then catch a ship, he come out from Sierra Leone. Obviously, the first thing that get me concerned was this amount of cocaine. Now Salone come out non-stop, or maybe then stop along the way and then load the ship somewhere along the way. And you get the tools the way they use for monitors, then call them tracking tools. And when you use the tracking tools, you don't even know whether this ship here may go some other side after I left Salone or not. And I can show on right now, say the investigation show clearly that this ship not go none other side and Salone come out. And I'm in there first for 15 days. And you know me just then at 1 grain ports in Salone. When you watch how he move, you find out say he move from a port to a port inside Sierra Leone on Sierra Leone waters. So what in the cause, it raise an immediate alarm that this cocaine, this white powder, not so just from the Sierra Leone Ports Authority, Queen Elizabeth Key, if possible say they load them. That there are other ports in Sierra Leone where the Sierra Leone government by now supposed to collaborate with the European Union intelligence agencies for check the tracking of then ship then they now the ports of Sierra Leone, whose side the ship move from whose port to whose port, whose harbor to whose harbor, so that they go know whose side they put, they load this white powder, at what point in time they load them, before it finally take off from Sierra Leone. Now, but what's even more interesting for Sierra Leoneans them for understand is, no ship, not the run, not the world, where you not get insurance. No ship, you know they ever able for go dock na any ports, any harbor. If you people in the harbor master or the ports master, or in the case of Sierra Leone, Fatima Bio, when the Director General for the Sierra Leone Ports and Harbor Authority, no ship no go ever come inside Sierra Leone waters. If Fatima Bio, as head of the Sierra Leone Ports and Harbor Authority, no first of all check the insurance document, the maritime insurance document of that ship there, the ownership of that ship there, because in case the ship come, it can cause damage now with waters. Who that they pay? So before you allow the ship for dock, or before you allow the ship for do anything within Sierra Leone waters, you check the insurance first, make sure say you insure. You check the ownership for know who that own this ship. It just start like a motorcar. Before motorcar go na road, before motorcar go na highway, before truck or trailer go na highway, the Sierra Leone Road Safety Authority, then first of all, therefore make sure say that trailer they insure, the trailer they in good condition, and who that own the trailer. Then they also therefore know the person where they drive the trailer, if that person they get license for able to drive trailer, this is for road. And the same thing for water. Before that ship they can at this country, and I must tell now, that ship they went and catch show with almost 1,000 unprecedented amount of cocaine. That ship them in on the can salon, they go, in the can salon, they go. So not of us that one great can salon. No. Now that particular ship there, Fatima Bio, the Director General of the Sierra Leone Ports and Harbor Authority, if for tell we the citizens of Sierra Leone, would I own the ship? Would I insure the ship? Because without then ship, yeah, sorry, I see the wave something. Wait till the wave so.
No. This now the one. No, this one now flag this.
Okay.
Every time right. For we show so, that this we they use for initiate anyhow they come.
So we now as Sierra Leonean citizens, we need answers. That ship there, where it comes Salone, definitely it providing insurance papers, it providing ship ownership records. Not only on that basis they allow for enter water, not only on that basis they allow for dock into waters. So we don't want people that now for begin treat me like say we are some kind of idiots. We don't know what thing they go on. When we they ask questions, because now I think they feel to say when they just keep quiet, make no statements.
Mama Sylvia, I just want to ask just few questions because you don't talk, you don't make a lot of good points. But as you mentioned earlier, these are very powerful people, and they're going to not constant and not connected. If you say that the Sierra Leone government gets connection to these people, and then you mentioned this one,
no, I cannot feel. I can tell you what I know. What I know is that the whole world, no ship not they move without insurance and ownership records. No ship not they move. That I can tell you I know. Secondly, the whole world gets a registry of ships where they show you who that own the ship, who that insure the ship, who side the ship, under whose country the ship they operate, and if any particular information of that ship they change, then for file them na that international registry day. Now that international registry, not a secret registry, you open to everybody. It is just that becoming an investigative journalist, I get the experience for tap in, and a lot of people that not get that experience. That means they not able know. But I can tell you for free, say, it is not a secret that on the international registry documents, the international register of ships, this particular ship when they catch with the cocaine, it shows the owner of this ship now a Sierra Leonean company when a Serenity Sierra Leone Serenity Shipping Sierra Leone Limited. Now he listed down. He not only listed down, he lists an address. Number 20 off Main Road, Porto Drive, Juba. Now, that address they were just don't read for now. Now the address of Usaimi grew up as a child. So I sabi that area there. And I go there immediately for go do investigation about this Serenity Shipping Sierra Leone Limited. And when I go there and meet the people in the neighborhood, and they all confirm, say there was a signboard na Porto Drive where write Serenity Sierra Leone Limited. But as this scandal happens so with this ship, somebody don't go pull the signboard. Come out na Porto Drive. The signboard mean they with an arrow where they point up to off Main Road. Then don't go pull the signboard, come out na Porto Drive. And then worst of all, imagine in the middle of this type of scandal, where
oh dear, there is so much, and the reason why I refuse and I say if I know when for hold, when know when to hold is because I know I make the information how they come out from me. I want to make it come out from. I will add and whatever. I want to make it come out from the source the way they investigate. Next week, by God in power, I sure say we will get the clip of waiting the salon investigators there say, and we will get some more information from waiting Dr. Sylvia Blythe and your investigation they uncover. And not only that, we go also look at waiting international investigators then back there safely say. It is interesting that in the eve of or in the wake of that, not to the eve safe, in the wake of this, a company where been they exist, we get signboard now a particular address as listed in the bill of lading at the ship. Signboard disappear, structure disappear, not the structure, signboard disappear, the people and the equipment, anything within at the office all disappear. It is quite interesting. The thing is that we can feel to say to the one that way they do, I feel to say now people them when they do. Not to Sierra Leone'S when they do, now self on family and generation set on born now they put soap and balloon. Because you see, I can always talk and I also say excuse me, some man where they suffer, he go tell you say may God pay you if you want to face. But there are some others we go look you no more a penny a waka I go. Then middle net 12 o'clock na night the naked himself he pulling close. I swear you. Sober. Some man no go pull him close, but that 2 foot where God gave him, go put in needle like one. 12 o'clock night to 4 o'clock morning. Your name must appear at that altar. So you might not see the effect of fallen courses then they on you now. And you think say you are good, you are ruling. But eventually they go catch up with you. If they not catch up with you directly, then go catch up with your lineage. Karma does not escape. It does not escape. You might think you've gotten away with it, you as an individual. but some way, somehow, will come back for haunt you. If not you directly as a person, but your lineage, it will come back to haunt you. Now that kind death way, it pays itself forward until the death completely is. Just like where airplane and get for pay landing fee, airspace, use of your airspace. Now the same way back with the ship. A ship not left the harbor without the harbor authority, person in place, not co-sign on certain documents, on certain things. Verify and make sure say waiting and say they deny him. See don't watch way, then they lock her and they seal the ship. They don't camp and can now. All man they make more. All man they make, we don't know, we not sabi, we don't know it who they talk about. But you see what is funny is that what you refuse to reveal to your people, others will reveal to them. And so on that note, today people and they say, hey Matilda, because obviously people don't see me, if not on this platform, on even my personal space, personal page, we are always the advocate against FGM and early sexual child marriage, early marriage, right? Abuse of children, domestic violence, all sorts and form. Now, yeah, I've seen that is very platform. As a matter of, Papa God, that is very platform. A few years back, I sit down. And I remember Orange the Wall, where I bring together different parliamentarians. Then that time we had kind of what you call a hung parliament, bring together all the different parliamentarians. They're representing the different political party, as well as activists. Then bring lawyers. Then bring activists. Then bring rainbow, the Rainbow Society. Make them sit on a table. Make them talk about waiting. Now the plan for we woman them and girl picking them, and also remind them that even though we are very vocal about domestic abuse, violence against women, domestic abuse against women, because the majority of the perpetration or the victims are women and girls, make we not forget say man themselves. So man themselves they can be victims of this. Man then they be victims of rape. Boys then they be victims, especially the one that way they then are treat, homeless, right? Homeless, the unsheltered. If you people don't know what I am talking about, take your time. And I can try to say, oh, if you don't Canada, listen. I always don't tell you now for say there are certain realities and certain situations they define, space and time not define them. It defies space and time. So no matter whose country you in at the world, the replication or the action or the characteristics of that situation it apply everywhere. It applicable everywhere. And when it comes to FGM, when it comes to sexual abuse, when it comes to domestic violence, when it comes to rape, when it comes to homelessness, and so many others, and the consequences of this. Excuse me. No matter outside of the world you're in, the outcome, the patterns, the similarities are always the same. And so one of these days, take your time, go talk to them about the way they don't understand. There's small about the way they're homeless, they don't get sight for sleep, they're unhoused. Make them open up to you, and you not go allow, not go put on a hand on your head of some of the things that they have to go through. So that is why when I advocate for women and girls, I don't leave the boys behind. I don't leave men behind, because there are those who suffer the same sort. And so to go more in depthly to this thing, so today, I get messages that boom, 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 boom. You don't see him, you don't see him. But this why I don't reverse all the gains. Like I said, the truth is, the president then, he knew the challenge he was up against. But nevertheless, the difference between him and this current presidency is that with Ernest, he struck a compromise. Yeah? He allowed the woman then for go talk to the woman then. Even though he as himself as president, he not put much insight to that extent. He just talk and panta, and left hand to your wife. Excuse me. He allowed the activists then. He allowed the women to go into the bushes, to go to the soweis and the this and the that, for engage with them, for compromise, for reach a compromise, a middle ground. He understood it was never a zero-sum game. Because the truth is that however we talk, however we put on, we have to understand that the Bondo society now an economic tool to some. It is an economic avenue for many, an economic tool to some, while it is massively predominantly a political manipulative power to others. Keeping silence on the practice of bondos and the knife and the soweis and this. Allow them want them in politics for marshal up, for galvanize a critical mass that they otherwise would not be able to galvanize or reach should they attempt to put a total stomp on it. I can recognize the country where we come out, the cultures the way we find ourselves, and the situations the way we find ourselves. That does not mean a compromise cannot be reached. And that then I happened during Ernest's young time. Uno put the knife down. Unu can teach them picking there, everything else we no want for teach them, but unu put the nef down, we go pay una. This nefia so where una they use for them picking there. So later on where them go, and this they happen, and this they happen, and this they happen, and this they happen. This nefia so what unu can don't use for them picking there. So later on when they develop complication, so. We don't see how people picking and don't die now and them in the process of cutting. But who is held to account? Because it is steep within the culture. Very steep within the culture. If you begin can talk about Bondo society or talk against Bondo society, you have to be very strong. Before you begin talk about I get for pray first. After you don't talk about I get for pray first, because you will be attacked spiritually. And so to all of these women who throughout many decades, locally as well as internationally, have put themselves forward, sensitizing, educating, negotiating, making serious national, local gains, inroads, and effort them in one single statement was flushed down the toilet. And that statement came from your first lady. She said she's circumcised in a Bondo woman. And ask her at the BBC. See the paradox here, where our action is completely antithetical to the belief that she's trying to portray. How can you be against early child marriage, which is not a form of abuse, it is abuse? In her most recent interview, she stated it is slavery. So how can you be against slavery, but yet be in consonance, in agreement about its trades, its traders? You say you did against the notion, but you are in bed with the captors, you are in bed with the sellers. You might even own percentage of shares in the ship. So people since then, when you make that statement there, 7 years ago, what they have noticed is that it has been a consistent rev up or ramp up of the Bondo practice. And you know the funny thing is, all the deaths that will don't happen of them picking their woman, then when they capture or picking a teenager, no one has been prosecuted so far. And so today, because of politics, power and fame, he boldly announcing in the Kenema they celebrate and let's read the in our own words what she said. Let's read it. Let's read it. Let's read it. It says this now from Ion platform. So not to then say whether she has people writing for her or not. Once a commoner in official platform, it means she co-signed the message. Period. So the message reads, First Lady Fatima Bio on Saturday joined crowd in the streets of Kenema to celebrate the Bondo and Sande annual cultural procession, an event she says highlights the beauty and importance of Sierra Leone's rich cultural traditions. The historic and colorful gathering beautifully showcases the magnificent display of our traditional sowei mask, reflecting the strength, dignity, resilience, and richness of our cultural identity as a people. Bio wrote on her social media. For her, the event was not only a celebration of heritage, but a powerful reminder of the values that connect Sierra Leone's communities across generations. The woman-led march was also a marker of women's continued role in preserving and promoting cultural heritage and traditions, the First Lady asserted. She also urged Sierra Leoneans to ensure that these values remain alive and respected by celebrating, preserving, and passing them down to generations. So this is the person who, for all intents and purposes, has gone around the world saying, hands off our girls. I don't know what's that hands off of that, according to what's in our own definition of hands off our girls. Now they go all around the world purporting that she's a champion, against early child marriage, right? And as in recent interviews, states say it's not even a form of child abuse or abuse, that it is slavery. She is the one who said she escaped early child marriage at the age of 12 or 13 because her parents were wanting to give her out to someone she has called uncle. But this is the woman, in her last sentence, she said, she also urges all Sierra Leoneans to ensure that these values remain alive and respected by celebrating, preserving, and passing them on to generations. So basically what she's saying is that, Oya, may the cutting continues. So people, again, like I said, like Dr. Fatima Sharif, an obstetrics gynecologist who've come out with lots of information, many other reputable Sierra Leoneans then, practicing medical doctors then, either in gynecology or obstetrics gynecology, activists them, we then self get their own story for tell, like the Syrian and others, like, Alima, Demonikeni, MBE and others, and so many others. Sometimes I can do this show here, so I done, and people will call me privately to tell me about their experience, to tell me about their story, to tell me about the traumas that they have carried through all their lives. You have a first lady who is saying one thing and doing another thing. Basically what she's saying to you all is go to hell. She doesn't care. So long as that critical mass can be bought by being one of them, by being in their circle, by identifying to a similar experience, you don't care about the inroads them wanna do make. And so today, for the first time ever in my entire existence, when people then they message me, they this, they that, they tag me, I finally came on my timeline and waiting I talk. Yanda na they talk back so yeah. You don't hear you don't this. I answer say you don't hear you or you hear you. I ask them say waiting I suppose for hear you. My response is listen. As far as me, Matilda, I know. Oh dear. I cannot keep killing myself over something that when you make gains, somebody else they come and think say because they get power and fame, right? For an X number of time and can exact that power and fame, excuse me, go come and torpedo every effort and gains where you don't make. It is tiring to be an advocate. It is very tiring to pick up the microphone. It is very tiring to fight a fight for others. Hands off our girls and female genital mutilation. How are they related? We have bad politicians in Sierra Leone supporting every evil that will advance their political ambitions. I don't know if you're asking me a question to that viewer or if you were trying to make a statement. If you were asking me a question that hands of our girls came as a result or was birthed with the knowledge and idea that our girls were being taken severe advantage of. Now remember the word Lala Pinta them? Go back and check me out and how long I've been on this. Forget VOS. Go in and even my own personal page and see how long I've been on this. Remember the OG parties them wey been that happen na Sky.
In the heart of Sierra Leone, where dreams often struggle to find wings, one young man dared to hope. This is John Sitta. Born into a humble family where even putting food on the table was a daily challenge, education seemed like a distant dream.
Good afternoon and welcome to VOS Salone Radio.
Good afternoon to the listeners.
Yeah, so what are your name?
My name is Ibrahim, sir. Ibrahim
Pedal, what is
Kamara.
Kamara. You understand say everybody people come first in the whole country?
Yes, I'm a Pekin. Okay. Actually, they talk to you now, so we born the Pekin. Now, attire the cell. Now, empty attire the cell. I no gets. And launch na 10,000 a year every day. At times we meet up at the biggest one and when we eat, they can get 10,000. Not all the time. It is strain. At the constraint, at the up to.
Hello. Okay. Sorry, viewers and listeners. Yeah. You see, Salone, we quick for forget certain things. But maybe some of us who've been doing this work, who have done it for very, since we not be even sabi right we name them, we full name them, we langa. So say Creole, then sabi gi langa name them. So me no be even Sabira told me langa name them myself. Where I begin advocacy, where I begin community engagement. Yeah, so remember all the thing then they people them in the rent them host them. Remember the Donda Street incident. Remember the IMAT incident. Remember the Wilkinson Road incident. Remember the Longley Beach incident. Remember that baby Khadija. Remember her story, baby Khadija raped, her neck broken. Remember? So if you want to ask me the relationship between, hands off our girls and female genital mutilation, all form of violence is inexcusable. Cutting, raping, beating, slapping, inexcusable. They are all related. They are all part of the same family. So when you say hands off our girls, you cannot say hands off our girls. Do not rape, abuse, and beat them. And you are okay with having parts of them. I want to use the real word what we they use na salon. And my people, excuse me, una no go cut girl picking them to tow them. Then uno say, we in him. No, they are humans. You are cutting a living and breathing organ of a human being. You are hacking a living and breathing organ. And make nobody can tell me, so what about circumcision? Circumcision is different. They are pulling out the foreskin so that you go function properly as a man. It then at the Bible. God permitted it. He allowed it. They say some woman them promiscuous. Them promiscuous. One man not do for them. You forget say now inside that same tradition and waiting and call una not allow for make them hack them, for make them machete them. And so the thing that allows them to get to full climax is no longer there. So that man go get for walk day, say he asked for please this one and so. Or you guys, because you cannot satisfy a woman, you don't know how to satisfy a woman, you come up with an excuse, say, oh no, maybe if they're not, they're one that we're not caught, they're not this, they're not that, do your job. Una even bring and come down to clean, not clean. This one so this woman if it turns so it clean. This woman if it not turns so it not clean. Are you God? Are you the creator? What till you don't ever create in this world? And so people like Sierra Kamara and the rest came up with things like, lose the knife, keep the drums. Because they who have gone through it realize, okay, it is not all that there are good aspects to it. The aspect where they teach you now about marriage, culture, how to preserve the home, how to maintain peace in the community, how to learn certain skills. What do you expect from somebody who don't drink, he don't drunk, waiting and call and they go cut somebody? What do you expect? A perfect, you know? Me now, this platform, I don't get any kind of conversation. This platform and outside of that, this platform, I've had this type of conversations in so many ways, in so many shapes. People, they don't come, they don't be vulnerable, don't tell their stories, them. Don't talk about them pains, them. Don't talk about them traumas, them. And I would always say that I thank God. I thank God. I thank God. And so today, for the first time in history, in all of my advocacy, where people and they call me and whatever, this is to show you how tired I am with all of this. I wrote it, and before I go write something, I go put and down because I'm like, oh, you know, people look up to me. But no, I have to live my truth based on whatever they see. Like I said today in my timeline, I am 100% with what I have said. If that is how society has seen it, if that is how the majority, despite all the inroads and where them people they also don't go to them villages and then towns them years upon years, year in, year out, under rain, under sun, under this, under that. They give una money, they take the nef them from una, put una under monthly stipend because they realize that this was an economic, how they call them, an economic source for una. Now be a way of livelihood for una. So they took the knife and they swap it out with payments. Get some of them big sowei them for come on board and join for promote, because they showed them the reality of life. Some of them big woman they are so they open themselves to them company woman and say this many years later, this is what I have faced, this is what I am struggling with. Just so the consciousness, the reality of the damage caused. Jesus, how can you allow an entire human being, woman created in the image and likeness of God, to live your entire life in a one day climax? Are you kidding me? I am having here a conversation here. I'm in a big group and I'm married. Hey, I'm sorry. I feel pain for them. Now go call them loose. You allow men to describe, to take on and describe who women are supposed to be. Give them narrative, put on narrative of who they are supposed to be. Allow men to control your narrative, and then they in turn, backed by powerful women who get their own plan and their own hidden agendas them. When them go yonder tomorrow, then talk one thing. When them come here tomorrow, then do one thing. It's by the wind. How the wind they blow now, so then they mold themselves, they shape themselves for form. Going with the wind. The direction of the wind is how also they guide their moves. Guide is like a chameleon. And so if after all them people there don't come together, they don't give them experience, then we self don't put much, we don't talk. I remember there was a day, that was, if I am not mistaken, in 20, oh dear Lord, shoot, 2011 or 2012. to either 2011, 2012. I'm not going to kid you now. The forum was Let We Talk. This issue came up. And I think the lady then, her name was Dr. Fambule or Fambude or something. I mean, don't forget her name. I don't follow her. We say, as an adult, go through the initiation. And I'm like, my point was like, you are an adult. You consented to it. As an adult. Knowing all the risks and benefits, if there ever is, the pros and cons. But that 6-month baby, that 1-year-old baby, that 4-month baby, that 3-month baby, because we don't see her inside salon, that one will not reach 18. They even compromise with her and say, allow these girls to reach the age of 18. At least at the age of 18, something done they drum up. Not that there are even that awakened, but globally at 18 you're allowed to vote. You've reached the age of consent to vote. So why not allow them, make them at least reach voting age and have that discussion with them? And if they choose to opt in, fine, at least they are doing it with consent, with some form of analytical mind, we hope. Because if you've never been exposed to something your entire life in a village, you don't grow up in a village, you don't deal with your village party, then this, that, what else do you know outside of it? Some of this also can be peer pressure. You don't want to be left out. You party then they do and so yourself go. So yourself need for doing. Me, I remember convent when we schoolmates. Convent when we schoolmates, whom I will not call. It tell we plain bonically. They say I'm not going to be around for a week. Now we ask and say, waiting, what you mean by you know they go be around for a week? Where are you going? Are you going on vacation or something? It's in the middle of the school year. What are you talking about? Now it say in they go join Bondo. Now just imagine my own little mind at then, I was what? Oh shoot, I must not have been even like maybe 14 going on 15, I believe. And because me and my granny, we've been so close, we are kind of osh. I can't tell me granny. I say, me so and so party in school saying they go join Bondo. Now waiting that day because I had no concept of it. And my grandmother, in the most childlike manner that she could explain it to me at the time so I can understand. So you know, say up until now I remember that after I tell me granny, when me granny tell me, I guess subconsciously I've been so concerned about that me classmate day that the following day, the day that we follow after, every morning when I wake up, my granny can tell me, say, are you okay? She'll check on me, are you okay? Are you fine? Like this. And I'll be like, yeah, I'm fine. But you know what I mean? They happen when I'm in the sleep, people. Apparently, every night while I sleep, I will be calling this girl's name and saying, oh, they go join Bondo. Now this time they go do, he go fine, he go okay, he go fine, he go come back, he go come back. I hope say he come back. In my sleep. That's what happened subconsciously, and then it happened in my sleep the entire time while she was gone. Those nightmares apparently only stopped after her return back from the Bondo. And I think after that few whatever, I never saw her again. But me today, For everything don't happen. So because I don't want that, I don't want hypertension, neither do I want any tension, pressure, whatever. You know, when you they get to a certain age, you have to be careful. Not all things you take on boom, 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 boom. Something and they just left on. Let those who think they can handle it better and have handled it, let those who gain from it consciously, intentionally, make them take care of them business. Any pikin why you die from Bondo again, una no go here post anything na me wall again. Any human being will die from Bondo initiation again, I will not say pure. If una see me do anything that has to do with FGM or this type of things ever again on the show, it means that these people came to me. They pleaded with me for me to have a special. And I tell una say for the flag, there are times when I know how to hold, how to roll, and when to fall. And so then I'm a timeline where all things is said and done. I just calm. This is how I can wash me and come up and sing them. I just let them know, say, me, as far as me, Matilda, are concerned, I don't ever lost signal. I know they lost signal. Until the day I am 100 plus, I no go lost signal. So, if no one continue for raise a generation of no network, or a generation without network, please be my guest. Go ahead. Do you? I don't tire. Be my guest. Do you? Continue to raise your generation with no network. So long as me, my signal is intact, I am okay. There comes a time in life when you should know when to fold. On this one, me, I'm folding. Because me, my signal, my Bluetooth is ever connected. My signal is ever intact. I don't they lost network. So make them continue. Me fumble them. This is where I end it for this Saturday. I don't done. I go soon. I God in power next Saturday. And I just pray that God upholds that country and keeping it. That's all.
In the heart of Sierra Leone, where dreams often struggle to find wings, one young man dared to hope. This is John Sitta. Born into a humble family where even putting food on the table was a daily challenge, education seemed like a distant dream.
Good afternoon and welcome to VOS Salone Radio.
Good afternoon to the listeners.
Yeah, so what's your name?
My name is Ibrahim, sir. Ibrahim Pedal.
Ibrahim Pedal, what is
Kamara.
Kamara. You understand say born if you come force the whole country?
Yes, I'm a pikin. Actually, they talk to you now, so we born the pikin. Now, attire the cell. Now, empty attire the cell. I no gets. And launch na 10,000 a year every day. At times we meet up at the biggest one and when we eat, they can get 10,000. Not all the time. It is strain. At the constraint, at the up to 14 years, work no be.
John had a fire in his heart and brilliance in his mind. But brilliance without opportunity often fades into silence. His parents believed in him, but with an annual family income of less than $1,000, they couldn't afford to keep John in school. Then came the VOS Diaspora Helping Hands Scholarship Program, a beacon of hope for underprivileged, talented students like John.
Take the first position during my WAS examination.
And what are the mechanics have you put in place for you to become first again for WAS?
I should be studying very hard and hardworking in class.
So what do you want to tell others that unfortunately took first in the Becker process?
Okay, my advice to my colleague students is that success do not come overnight. They have to study and get prepared or for any tax overhead.
All right, thank you very much. This is VOS, Voice of Salone Radio.
Today, John is not just a student. He's a leader, a mentor, and a beacon of hope for his community. With your support, VOS Diaspora Helping Hands empowers students like John from humble beginnings to reach for the stars. Together we can transform more lives. Together we can change the story. Join us today. Sponsor a dream. Shape the future. Scan the QR code to donate or visit our website at www.vosdiaspora.org.
So we say make we drive kush na salon, but we life them.
That is so right, yeah now. What's if they do? When we bother them, they die. Push on down the hill, now them body just they dry. So foot at them body, they and now they just they cry. When we bother them foot, so they swell now why? I don't know if now the chemical or what's in them they put. Best now for avoid them, nothing but the suit. Other food and they for it, come up billion kush. We say bring this message so you do work for you. On the me.
Every day we dey lost it, man.